Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different than I've ever done on my channel. It's a little bit more of a negative video, but it's going to be the products that I hate tutorial. So it's going to be a full face using products that I absolutely hate, and I'm very nervous to put these on my face because I do not like any of them. So before we hop into it, I want to say just a few things. One, a very quick disclaimer: just because these products didn't work out for me does not mean that they didn't work out for you, or that they might not work out for you, or they may work better for you than they did on me. Everyone has different skin types, everyone applies things differently, everyone's skin holds products differently, but these are just the products that I found didn't work for me at all. So before we hop into this video, if you're new, hey, what's up, hello, I'm Kiana, and if you're not, then welcome back. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, as well as that bell icon to stay notified on whenever I upload my videos. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into this full face tutorial using products that I hate. You notice that my last few videos I've been wearing hoodies because it's freaking cold where I'm from. It's freezing, like I'm cold. I'm going to start off with my brows. This product is going to be a shocker to some because this product everyone loves, but it's the Brow Wiz from Anastasia. I hate it. I hate how small the tip is. I hate the application method of it. It's too dry and waxy, and I feel like I have to use so much product to define my brows, but here we go. I'm just going to comb these guys out. I'm someone who likes either very soft brow or very bold brow depending on my mood. This I just feel like I have to go in with so much, and it's just so time consuming, and they end up looking so fake. I feel like the Brow Wiz is great for people who have that beautiful, full, defined brow already, and they just need a little bit of extra help, but for someone like me where I have to create a whole arch, not the best product to use. Like, it's not that I hate this product, it's just that I hate using it on myself. Brows are good enough before I have a meltdown. So let's hop into eyes. Eyeshadow primer. Another shocker, Urban Decay Primer Potion. It is just so tacky, and it just dries the most awkward way on my eyeballs, where it makes it very difficult to apply eyeshadow. Like, it's so thick. I don't know if I got like a bad one, but it's just super thick. It dries insanely quickly. It gets chunky. And I actually think that it makes applying eyeshadow so difficult. So for eyeshadow, you're not going to be surprised by this one, but the Anastasia Subculture. I loved this at one point. I thought this was great until I started to try to do a few tutorials with it, and then the eyeshadows just weren't blending. Everything is just too pigmented, where you get stuck with an excessive amount of pigment on the eye and it doesn't blend out. The darker colors, like these ones over here, do not blend at all. Like, at all. Which is really disappointing because I was really looking forward to like the darker blues and the greens and the red, and I've only used this like 4, maybe half a dozen times, and it looks destroyed. Let's do something festive for fall, shall we? So I'm gonna go with let's go with Dawn. Let's go with this guy right on over here. Like, you see this? Like, so much fallout, so much kickback. I'm not impressed. It's awful. Then I'm gonna go in with Roxy, which is just like that orange shade down at the bottom over here. I'm gonna pop that into my crease as well. A little bit more definition. Like, these two colors, they blend out fine. It's when you get more into the darker colors that we are going to get into where you're going to notice so many issues. So I apologize in advance if my makeup looks like crap at the end of this video, because it probably will. I mean, we're already off to a bad start. My brows look like crap. Now I'm going to go in with just a very, very small brush. Let's go in with, let's do All Star, shall we? This red right here, something super dark and deep. And I'll just show you how much a pain in the butt this is to blend. First of all, you can see how much product just gets deposited in that one area. And you'll see how difficult this actually is to blend. It just stays, like it doesn't blend at all. Like there's no blending to this whatsoever. I also burnt my finger and it really hurts. And then when it does blend, it just gets super freaking muddy. Like, do you see this? Like it's so bad. Perfect, let's clean up with a little bit of concealer. So, the concealer that is, this is awful, I'm sorry, but Instant Full Coverage Concealer from Bobbi Brown. Can you see how thick this is? Ready? It is so thick. It's so difficult to work with. Like, you have to really warm this up. It's hella thick. So I'm going to just take a flat brush. I'm going to start to warm this up on the back of my hand using the brush. And then I'm just going to cut the crease. Dude, this stuff is so difficult to blend. Like, the coverage, don't get me wrong, is beautiful. But the claims for it are like complete bullshit. So we're going to do a little bit of a wing liner. So I need to tight line my eyes before starting. And I'm using Essence Gel Eye Pencil, waterproof and black. I can't really hate on this product too much because I only paid like $3 for it, but it is super dry. Like, it is so dry, and it's not really pigmented, like, by any means. Now I'm gonna go in with a liquid liner. So this is the Tarte So Fine eyeliner. I just hate how small this thing is. Like, this thing is freaking tiny. Like, it is so teeny tiny that I feel like this could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing, but I feel like, I don't know, the formula is just so wet that I feel like it just goes everywhere and it just makes a mess. Like, you do like the smallest line and it just bleeds everywhere. So I'm already having issues. I just don't even want to draw like anything. And the line is so, like, it's so rigid. Just doesn't apply nicely at all. I'm sorry, but I can't even use this liner. Like, this is awful. I'm gonna jump into a different liner. I'm throwing this one out. Like, that's garbage. Like, I don't know how well you can tell, but it's so bumpy. I'm gonna go in with the Sephora Fine Line Liner, something very similar. I don't hate this one as much, but it's definitely, like, not up there with being one of my favorites. The tip is 10 times better. I feel it applies 10 times smoother as well. This tattoo liner will forever have my heart. It just makes really nice, clean, crisp lines. This one, like, I'm not completely mad at it. Like, it didn't apply awful or too terribly, but you can definitely see how rigid it is. Like, there's no smooth, clean lines. No matter how hard you try to crisp up lines, it's still very bumpy. Because why not? I'm gonna take a little bit of a gold shade. Let's pop that right on the lid. So let's go with, let's do Adorn. This is, no, like, it's so bad. It does not apply with a brush by any means. Like, I'll show you. It does not, you cannot use a brush to apply at all. So I'm just going to take something a little bit more flat and dense and attempt, like, do you not see this? There's, like, no pigment going on. Like, I'm not overly, like, I'm not mad at it, but, like, I expect way more. Like, for $55, don't do it. It's not worth it at all. So, I already applied lashes. I don't have a pair of lashes that I don't like. If you're wondering what lashes these are Natalia's from House of Lashes' Sephora collection. I'm obsessed. They're, like, my favorite. Like, actually, they're, like, my favorite all-time lash. Give good volume. They look great. They're very comfortable, very lightweight. Let's hop into complexion. Let me tell you, there are some products that I've recently purchased or received that I'm just like, this is awful. The first product I have, it's like a love-hate relationship because it makes my skin look absolutely stunning when I first apply, and then after that I just get greasy and I get oily throughout the day. But it's the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist. I love this stuff, but at the same time, like, my makeup starts looking hella greasy about 2 hours into the day. So I like to mist my face prior to primer with this stuff, just to provide a little bit more hydration. Not a whole lot, but enough. And then I'm going to go in with the, this is honestly, I can say, the worst primer I have ever used. Ever. Some people are obsessed with it and I don't know how, but it is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. So it's like super thick, like it's like a pink thick paste almost. Like, it is gross. You warm it up, it's even pastier, and then I'm just gonna apply everywhere. It's so thick, like it's so thick. And if you're a darker skin tone, this is going to make you look so ashy. But it just feels thick, it feels greasy. Some people are like, oh, it's so nice and lightweight, it just smooths over the texture of my skin. I'm like, no. This is awful. Now I'm going to go in with a foundation that I was super excited to try out. I was like, I need full coverage matte in my life. I tried this out and I was very disappointed because it separated on my skin within 3 hours. It looked so cakey, so greasy. I tried it multiple ways. I've tried using it on its own and it just cracks. I've tried mixing like a hydrating primer in it and it separates. There's just no winning with it, but it's the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. I'm going to take about 2 pumps onto my beauty blender. Oh, it's so thick. And I'm just going to start blending this all over my face. This dries so quickly, so you have to work so fast with it, so I probably shouldn't have spread this all over my face like this, but that's fine. But if you can see the texture that it accentuates on my skin, like, and the color is so light. Like, I look so pasty. I feel like I have to like literally beat my face with my beauty blender to blend this out. Like, why do I look so white? It's clung onto any like dry surface around my nose, especially. It looks awful. Try to get this on like the rest of my face. Now I'm gonna go in with the dreaded concealer. So the Full Instant Full Cover Concealer from Bobbi Brown. This color is not gonna go with my foundation. This is gonna be like super hella dark, but this picks up my foundation. Like, it does not blend nicely into my foundation at all. It will actually lift my foundation off of my skin. And I feel like a sponge does not blend it out well. Either a brush, let's try a brush. Let's try a finger. Like, it's so difficult to blend that, like, it just looks so cakey. Like, super cakey. Like, I don't know if you can see that. Like, it's just not blending into the foundation that well. The foundation does sit down pretty thoroughly, but I am going to go in with a powder that I've never loved. I could never get on the bandwagon about it. Everyone seems to like it. I don't, but it's the Tarte Amazonian Clay, what is this? The Smooth Operator Finishing Powder. Whew. This is just, it's major flashback, like flashback Sally with this stuff. And it just makes you look super pasty. Plus it makes you look hella dry. And I'm someone who likes to look matte. Ugh, and just accentuated like texture so badly around my nose, like over here. Now I'm gonna go in with a bronzer. So I don't know what they were thinking when they created this product, because this is not a bronzer, like, at all. This is like, I don't know what skin tone you can bronze with. This can bronze, but it's the Pixi by Petra Beauty Bronzer Subtly Sun Touched Bronzer. Like, I'm super fair, so I'm just gonna take my usual bronzing brush. So this one is from Morphe. And I'm gonna see how this goes, and it's super powdery, like excessively powdery. I'm someone who likes a pretty intense bronze to the skin, so I feel like this I'm gonna have to layer. Especially because Pixie, it's a drugstore brand, but it's still not super affordable for drugstore. Like, it does have a, not necessarily like a super high price tag or anything, but it's definitely up there in price. So for this bronzer to really not do a whole lot, and it's not going to do anything for deeper skin tones at all. It's very disappointing. Now I'm going to go in with a blush. I bought this blush because back in the day, like 2012, everyone raved about this blush. I had to get it. It's MAC's Well Dressed. Throwback, a little bit of silence for a throwback moment. But this is awful, and I feel like I have to go in with so much to pick up the slightest amount of product on my brush. Let's see. Like, do we see this? There's like, I'm going in. So you really have to dig in there to get some sort of color. Like, this blush is great for people who are kind of getting into makeup and that don't want a whole lot of pigment in a blush, or some people that just don't like blushes but want like a little bit of color. Like, this blush would be great because it's super soft, but like, keep in mind that you're barely gonna get any pigment from it. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a highlighter. So I'm gonna use a cream and a powder. These were super popular when they came out. Everyone and their mother needed to have them. It is the Cover FX Click Stick, enhancing stick, whatever you want to call them. They come in foundation shades. They come in everything. They're super creamy, they're super beautiful, but they do not layer well on the skin. And they are so soft that, like, you have to literally just turn them up the slightest amount and do swatches, because if you turn it up too much and you go to swatch, it actually breaks and falls apart. It's like a nice angle brush. Oh, see? You can see it kind of, it's slanted a little bit, so I'm literally going to turn this as far as down as I possibly can. Try to really focus on trying to pick up some product. So you get like a little bit of glow. I'm someone who likes an intense glow. And this is just lifting my foundation. I know creams are probably supposed to put them underneath, but this one, I've talked to the PR representative and the education specialist for the brand. They're like, oh yeah, you can like layer on top of powders, no issue. Like, really? Like, because I am high-key struggling. So now I'm going to go in with a really throwback highlighter. I really can't be mad at this because it was purchased a long time ago, but it's the Sephora Highlighting Compact Powder. This is just, I don't know. It's just one of those products where you're like, what were you thinking? Like, it layers on top of a cream really nicely, but it smells like baby powder. That's, like, I think, like, the biggest thing for me is the scent. Like, it gives off a really pretty glow, but it smells like baby powder. I feel like this product has gotten a lot of hate, and I can definitely see why. I was super excited to try it out because I have been obsessed with, like, super high shine products lately, like for my lips. I like the juicy, the pouty looking lips. Like, I like to overline and do like a nice matte lip and then top like a nice juicy gloss on top. But the Too Faced Melted Latexes, like, I don't get them. Ready for this. They are so gloopy. Like, and I don't know why. So the color I'm going to be trying on is I'm Bossy. But these are super thick. Like, super thick, very gloopy. I'm trying it on without something underneath. If you put a lip product on underneath, it is like hell. Like, it's awful. Because it just lifts, but like... super difficult to blend on the lip. Like, I like the scent. I like the scent a lot, actually. And I like the doe foot. but like they're just so gloopy. But as you can see, like right on the upper portion of the lip, product does not want to sit there. Like, I'm obsessed with this color. Like, don't get me wrong, this color is beautiful. But I've tried it, I've worn it. It's just really like this now. So we have reached the end of this video of products I hate. Everything I mentioned in this video, again, it's not necessarily that I wouldn't recommend them, they just didn't work for me. So if there are products, again, that are in here that you personally use and love, or have wanted to try out and have heard positive reviews, I would say go for it. But if you want to take my personal opinion and you trust me, then these are products that I'd recommend just staying away from. Save your dollar bills for something better quality. Like, again, this video is not intended to bash any brand or disrespect any brand or disrespect anyone. It's just how I personally feel about these products. And all of these products I have personally tried out numerous times and have tried to make them work numerous times. They just don't work out for me. But if you enjoy these sorts of videos, not necessarily videos featuring products I hate, but maybe like if you want to see like a full first impression of new products, then, you know, just let me know down in the comment section down below, or the comment section. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that is just the end of this video. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a comment down below as well as a huge thumbs up. And click on that subscribe button and as well as that bell icon to stay notified of whenever I post. I'm not letting you leave until you subscribe. Sorry. If you want to keep up with me on all my social media whatevers, it's always linked down below, but it's KianaCairnsxo on literally everything, and Kiana_Cairns for my personal Instagram if you want to see modeling pics and selfies. But yeah, that is just the end of this video. I will see you in my next one. I love you. Bye.